Welcome back to Studio Sydney Pilates and welcome to your 15-minute athletic abs workout. This no equipment routine combines powerful Pilates-inspired exercises to strengthen your deep core, challenge your stability, and build functional abdominal strength. We'll move through challenging athletic sequences, but I'll be using classical Pilates cues to make sure we're maintaining proper form and targeting the right muscles. Grab your mat, no equipment needed, and let's get started. Let's start today lying on our backs. We'll keep our knees bent and our feet about hip-width distance apart. Let's put the heels of our hands on our hip bones and fingers towards our pubic bone. We'll start a neutral pelvis with the hip bones and the pubic bone in the same line, tailbone heavy and that natural arch in our low back. And then on the exhale, we tilt the pelvis, pubic bone goes higher than the hip bones, tailbone tucks under and lower back comes towards the mat. And then again on the inhale, we find our neutral. So we're gonna just move through these pelvic tilts for about 30 seconds here. When you're tilting your pelvis, so when you're tucking your tailbone under, don't engage through your hamstrings and glutes at all. Completely relax your lower body. We're just using our core muscles to tilt the pelvis. So our pelvic tilt, our imprint, is really our way of turning on those deep core muscles, our pelvic floor, obliques, and TVA muscle. So again, as you tilt the pelvis, we relax the lower body and we use just our core to gently tilt. Again, just core as the tailbone tucks under, and inhale, neutral, tailbone heavy. And we'll just carry that with us through this class. As we tuck the tailbone, we always use our core, not our hamstrings and glutes. So we're gonna come on to the elbows. Elbows stacked underneath the shoulders, fingertips pointing to the end of the mat. So we're open through the chest, rooting down into the elbows to widen through the collarbone. For the next two exercises, we're keeping our tailbone heavy, but I want you to still find those deep core muscles. So let's take a big inhalation, letting your belly expand. And then exhale, draw navel to spine, deep core connection. Let's bring the legs up to tabletop. And then we're gonna tap our toes down to the floor out in front of us. On the exhale, we tap and lower, drawing navel to spine. On the inhale, we bring that leg back up as we let the belly expand. So again, as we tap, we find that deep core connection, navel to spine, zip up your zipper. And then inhale, we let the belly expand as we bring the knee back up. So as we work through these toe taps, we want to find those deep core muscles, and it's really helpful to use our diaphragmic breathing instead of chest breathing to find our deep core. So again, inhale, we bring our knee up, belly expands. Exhale, we draw inward, connecting into our core to tap. We're here for 30 more seconds. Again, can we keep the chest open, really root down into the elbows, roll your shoulder blades back together so we're not rounding forward and collapsing the chest. Again, we want to keep that really proud chest the whole time. 15 more seconds here. And just continue to find that diaphragmic breathing as we exhale, navel to spine to tap. Okay, this one's gonna get a little spicier. We're gonna extend the legs long and we're gonna draw rainbows with our feet. So bringing our feet over to one side of the mat on the exhale. Inhale, lift our feet to the top of the rainbow, and then exhale, feet over to the other side of the mat. This is quite a challenging oblique exercise, especially if we're doing it properly and keeping stability from waist up. So making sure that it's the hips that are making the rainbows and causing the movement, and we're not just swinging from side to side, letting our waist kind of flop left to right. So we want to keep that stability from waist up. If we can, even stability in the pelvis. There might be a tiny bit of movement through the pelvis, but again, we don't want to be swinging from side to side. We want this movement primarily to come from the hip joint. And again, can we root down into the elbows, keep the chest open, and let's find those deep TVA breaths. Inhale, belly expands as the feet come up. Exhale, we draw navel to spine as the feet come down. Almost there. Let's windshield wipe the legs here from side to side, just releasing through the low back, getting a nice stretch. We've got a very challenging move coming up next. Starting with the legs extended long, flex your feet so heels are heavy on the mat, toes up to the sky. We're gonna lie down completely, reaching the arms up overhead. Right away, tailbone is heavy. I want you to draw your ribs down and in, melt the shoulders away from the ears, keeping the shoulder blades flush or heavy on the mat. Again, inhale, let the ribs expand, reach up high, and then exhale, draw the shoulders down, draw the ribs in, engaging through the core. From here, we point our toes, and on your next exhale, we're gonna nod our head chin to chest, lift our legs up to 45, and find teaser with the tailbone tucked under, and then maintaining that tuck in the tailbone, gently come back down and reach the hands back overhead. Again, we nod chin to chest on the exhale, reach the arms forward, legs come up to 45, we're in teaser, collarbone wide, and then tailbone stays tucked under as we come down. So as you come up and down, and especially on the way down, I want you to keep that deep tuck in the tailbone. Feel your lower back connect to the mat before you come back down to lie down. Big difference between just letting your body flop down and keeping that deep tuck, almost articulating the spine down. Lower back comes down first, and then we control back down. Again, exhale, we come up, chin to chest, squeeze the quads, point the toes, teaser, and then tuck the tailbone under, lower back to the mat, and reach the arms back overhead. Connect into your core first, chin to chest, articulate up, hold for 2, and then articulate back down, scoop, 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 and control back down. 20 more seconds here, don't rush it, focus on that pelvic tilt. From here, we're gonna hold teaser for 30 seconds. 3 things I want you to focus on. Drawing navel to spine, so finding those diaphragmic breaths. Inhale, belly breath out, exhale, navel to spine. Keeping your tailbone tucked as much as you can and keeping the collarbone really wide, so bringing shoulder blades together. Last 10 seconds, you've got it, stay strong. Awesome work. Let's carefully come back down. Big stretch. And let's hold onto our knees and draw some circles, taking another quick recovery. When you're ready, let's roll up, and we're gonna do a short but spicy side plank challenge here. So we're gonna come onto our left side to start. Let's have our right foot staggered in front of our left foot, both legs straight. Our left wrist is gonna be stacked directly underneath our left shoulder, and let's lift our hips up into our side plank. Hip joint should be completely open, so nice long line through the body. Hips stay high and stable. Bend your bottom knee extended out in front of you, and then bend and place it back to where it was before. Again, we bend with control, extend fully if you can, bend and place it back behind the right leg. Can we keep the hips high so the spine stays in a nice long line, and keep the pelvis stable, hip bones facing forward? We're here for 30 seconds. Can we keep the chest proud? Draw that right shoulder blade towards the spine, right fingers to the sky. And again, pelvic stability as we extend the bottom leg out. Can we get full extension, squeezing through that left quad, and then carefully and gracefully placing it back behind and underneath the right leg. Ooh, that is lots of work. Let's bring the hips down. We'll come over to the other side, and we'll do everything on the right side. So again, the right wrist is stacked underneath the right shoulder. Left foot is staggered out in front of the right foot. And again, nice long line through the body. Hips stay still. We extend the bottom leg out, maybe squeeze that quad, and then place that right foot back behind and underneath the left foot. We're looking for control the whole way through. So as we bend, we gracefully bring that foot back behind the left. Awesome work. And again, pelvic stability, so hip bones facing forward the whole time. Chest stays proud. Draw that left shoulder blade towards the spine to keep the collarbone wide. Ooh, awesome work. Let's drop the hips. We have 2 more exercises today to finish up. They are both quite challenging, but we're gonna get through it together. We're gonna start in our elbow plank. So elbows stacked underneath the shoulders, palms facing the sky. Extend your legs back and tuck your tailbone under. Again, think pelvic tuck, finding those deep core muscles. Bringing same knee to same elbow, shortening through the side body. Each time you bring your knee to your elbow, I want you to think of really actively engaging through your obliques and drawing your ribs to your hips. So we're thinking like side bend almost. As you're bringing your knee to your elbow, we crunch the body to get a bit of extra oblique engagement. Inhale to lengthen all the way back to plank each time. Exhale to bring our knee to our elbow. We're here for a total of 60 seconds. Again, this is our second last exercise, so I really want you to stay with me here, stay strong, and just slow it down if you need to. So we're here for 24 more seconds, whether you do 1 more or whether you do 10 more. Slow it down, focus on your form, and keep your deep pelvic tuck to keep this in your core. Awesome work. Let's drop our knees and come back into a shell stretch. Just take a quick recovery before our last exercise. This next one is quite challenging as well. Okay, so this time we're gonna start in our hand plank. So wrists stacked underneath elbows, extend your legs back, and bring your feet wider than hip width distance so you have more of a base of support. From here, we're gonna come down into our elbow plank, elbows stack underneath the shoulders, and then press back up into our hand plank. We're here for 30 seconds. I want you to just focus on 2 things here. Number 1, keeping your tailbone tucked under to keep the work in our core and out of our back. Number 2, don't use any momentum from the hips. Try to keep your hips as still as possible, preventing them from rocking and tilting back and forth. Woo! And we are done. Let's bring the knees down, sit back into a shell stretch, take a few breaths. Awesome work. This was a short but very spicy ab challenge. Let's bring the hands over to the left side, finding a nice side body stretch on the right. And then walk your hands over to the right side. Nice side body stretch on the left. And coming back through to center, restack. We're gonna take a hip flexor stretch here. When we do ab work, we're also using our hip flexors a lot, so it's nice to just take a moment here to stretch them out. Lying on your stomach, pull one heel in towards your hip, tucking your tailbone under, pubic bone heavy on the mat. And then other side when you're ready, heel to glute, tucking your tailbone under. And again, we'll press back into our shell stretch. And on your exhale, we'll restack the spine. Thank you so much for joining me today for this spicy ab workout. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, subscribe for weekly workouts, and I'll see you soon.